Do you suck? Because if you do, these are probably the reasons why. The reality is, if you are sucking, you're probably doing these 5 things, and I want to dive into them. You're working really hard. You got these big ideas, these big dreams, these big goals, but you just you feel like you're constantly hitting a wall. You're constantly just not having the breakthrough. And why? Because you're stuck doing the 5 things that guarantee you'll stay average. I know this because I did too. Leaving special operations, I talk about it in my book, Excommunicated Warrior, the 7 Stage of Transition. I had this huge downfall. I had to rebuild myself with the ethos and the work ethic that I had from the past. What got me to be successful in special operations is what got me successful in business and everything that I've done. I wasted years of doing the wrong things, thinking that success would just come because I was grinding, grind hard, hustle, and all the memes and all the bullshit you see. But really, I was just running in circles, chasing my tail. But once I realized that these are the things that were holding me back, and I made a shift to extreme ownership and just taking it all on me, things changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down these 5 habits that will keep you just average forever and how to break free from them. I was the hard work guy. I was like, discipline, hard work, that's what makes it. And I had this limiting belief that I could be successful, but I had to work 10 times harder than anyone else to get that. And guess what happened? I manifested that reality. It was 10 times harder to have the same success as a friend, but I had to work 10 times harder to get there. I thought that's what would make me successful. I figured if I just kept pushing the money, the opportunities, the success would follow. I just had to grind it out long enough. But legitimately, I was wrong. I was grinding, I was exhausted, and I wasn't really getting anywhere. It took me having to stop, take a step back and do an inventory of myself and take a hard look at what I was actually doing. And then I realized I was keeping myself stuck. The worst part is I didn't even know it. So if you're out there busting your ass and you feel still like you're not moving forward, you might be doing 1 or all freaking 5 of these things. And guess what? If you're doing all 5, you're gonna stay for average forever. So these are the 5 things that are gonna keep you average. You blame external circumstances. Average people think success is about luck, the economy, or other people. Oh, he had a rich uncle, or he knows this secret information that I don't have, or he has this other thing, and that's the reason why he's successful. I really believed that. I was like, oh, well, he comes from a wealthy family, or he has a banking relationship, or he has this funding partner, whatever. It doesn't really matter. High performers just take full ownership of everything. Everything's their fault. Good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't really matter. High performers just take full ownership. And that's the whole Jocko thing, extreme ownership. And I do. And I take full ownership of everything that my team does or fails to do. It's all on me, baby. And you know what? Once you take that mindset, everything changes. I used to look at successful people and think, well, they had a head start. They had better connections. But the reality is that's a loser's mindset. This day I stopped making excuses and started focusing on what I could control. My entire life changed. I got hyper-focused on what I was doing. I stopped comparing. The comparison is the thief of joy. I stopped comparing to what my peers or what people I saw on social media were achieving and doing. And I got hyper freaking focused on what I was doing. I put the blinders on and I'm like, this is the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to do it really freaking well. When it comes to comparison, be happy for other people. Change your mindset of oh, it must be nice, to fucking stoked for them. And all the friends that I have now, I just got back from the Core Medical Appreciation Weekend. I was sharing some of the wins with some of my peers and friends who are just amazing guys, crushing it. And I would tell them what we've done in Johnny Slicks, what's happened in the Agoge, et cetera. And they're like, right on, dude. They could not be more happy for us. Be that type of person. So number 2, comfort is a slow death. If you stay comfortable instead of being challenged, then you're going freaking nowhere. If your life is easy, you're not growing. That's just a fact. Fixed mindset, growth mindset. High performers are going to seek out discomfort because that's where the growth happens. If you stay in your little comfort bubble, you're never going to grow. There's not much to say about that. The more you put yourself out there, the more you get uncomfortable, the more you get outside your comfort zone where you feel icky about making the video, writing the blog, writing the book, doing the interview. The more you can do that, the better it's going to get. I remember I got asked to do my very first, and this is back when this was in 2013, and they were still calling it a radio show. My face wasn't even involved. It was a radio show, and we were talking about veteran stuff. I could not be more nervous. Carl Munger, who was at the time the executive director of Gallant Few, he was like, "You're doing it, Nick. You're just doing it." And I'm like, "Oh my God." And I remember sweating bullets, and I was all nervous, and my face wasn't even on camera. And now I sit up here and talk to myself forever. That's the point, is that I knew that I had to push push it, and that led to a next thing and led to a next thing, and I had a lot of failures in between that. But nonetheless, the longer you stay in your comfort zone, the longer you're gonna stay average. So get the hell out of the comfort zone, right? So for me, when I left the military, I thought I could just work hard and make things happen, but I was avoiding the real challenges. I was avoiding the real growth and taking a hard look at myself and seeing where I was not showing up, seeing where I was operating very well in my comfort area. Once I started, taking risk and stepping into discomfort is when growth and my success started to explode. Number 3, surrounding yourself with just average people. Guys, I cannot beat this drum enough. Your network is your net worth. If you're hanging out with 5 fat friends, you're gonna be the 6 fat friends. You're hanging out with 5 millionaires, you're gonna be the 6 millionaires. It's osmosis, it's the way that it happens. Either you're not gonna be able to hang out with those 5 fit dads, or you're gonna get really fit. And anybody that comes into my circle, if they stay in my circle, guess what? They become more fit, they become more wealthy, they have better thought leadership, their life starts to grow. But again, it's uncomfortable to be my friend. It is. Your circle determines your ceiling. If you're the smartest or motivated person in the room, well, you're in the wrong freaking room. Average people hang with other average people who keep them stuck. All my friends are pushers, man. Like it's hard to be friends with us, but you know what? It's good because and they call you on your bullshit. And there was a point in my life when I realized the people I was spending my time with, drinking, partying, doing this, they just weren't pushing me forward. They were the status quo was the same. And then once I left those people behind and I leveled up my circle and surrounded myself with high caliber people who were driven, freaking disciplined, that were ahead of me, everything in my life leveled up. Weird, right? You run this way more than you execute. There's a lot of people out there talking, a lot of people out there with big ideas, and you really need to just start executing more. And you might fail, and that's okay. But the average people love to talk about their goals. They love to talk about their goals, but they never actually take action. They never do the thing. They never start the book. They never start the business. They never start the YouTube channel. I don't know, whatever it is. Doesn't really matter. But the reality is, winners execute every day, even when they don't feel like it. I'm gonna say that again. Winners execute every single day, regardless of their feelings. There's plenty of times that I just don't want to come in here and film a video. Brandon can tell you, I'm like, doesn't really matter. You strap it on, you get it done, you do it anyway. And sometimes what's interesting is the days that I don't want to film and we go in here and do it anyway, sometimes are the best videos that we create. You execute daily on your task, no matter what, even when you don't feel like it, and you delay gratification. Ideas are worthless. Execution is everything. You don't get paid for your ideas. You get paid for what gets fucking done. So execute. I used to spend hours planning, writing down bullshit, making fucking vision boards, whatever, talking about what I was gonna do, but I wasn't actually doing anything. I was spinning my wheels. The moment I committed to taking action daily and taking progress over perfection, that's when shit really started to happen. That's when everything shifted. You are quitting when things get rough. That's the reality. You quit as soon as, how many times have you hit a wall and you're like, oh, it's just not for me. That's it. I'm done. Average people are going to give up when things get tough. That's going to separate you from the herd. Successful people just push through setbacks. They learn from them. If there's a wall, they either go through it, they go over it, they go around it, they find another route. I'm not saying you're not going to hit walls. You're definitely going to hit walls. It doesn't really matter though. You figure it out. You might have to fail 15 times to get to that success. Now, you can either take 15 years and push through those 15 failures until you can get to that success, or you can just fail forward and fail hard and get those 15 failures out of your way in your first year. And then next thing you know, boom, you're having success after success after success. When we started Johnny Slicks, there were so many moments that things got tough, cash flow got tough, personalities were rubbed away. We had to fire employees. Things were freaking COVID happened. I mean, there's a million reasons why we could have quit, thrown in the towel. That's the reality. Orders weren't coming in fast enough. Sales wasn't happening fast enough. The workload was crushing. We're doing too many things. And honestly, there were days that I legitimately questioned, is this what we should be doing? But we didn't quit, and we just solved one problem after the other, and we just by, with, and through, we figured it out, and now we have an 8-figure company who's going to end up being a $100 to $200 million company. Why? Because when most people would quit, we didn't. That's it. We just made shit happen and figured it out. How to break free from mediocrity. Listen, you're going to take full responsibility, extreme ownership. You stop blaming others, and you start owning your shit. You seek out discomfort. You challenge yourself. You push yourself daily. You get 1% better every single day. You change your circle. You level up your circle. You stop hanging out with losers. If your people are staying up late, drinking and talking about people, then you need to hang around people that are talking about ideas, talking about how they're growing, talking about how they're going to level up. These are the people that you need to figure out how to be with. Stop overthinking and start taking action. Execute daily. And then when things get rough, you never freaking quit. When things get tough, you think you're tapped. As Goggins says, you're at 40%, man. You can take so much more than you think. But that's why taking these challenges, seeking out discomfort is going to level up your stress inoculation. You're going to be able to handle so much more. Success is not some secret formula. There's not something that I have or someone else has that you don't know about. The secret, the whole secret thing is just not having limiting beliefs and believing in yourself. That's the secret. You can have that. There is no shortcuts. There is no secret whatsoever. It's just a daily decision to do what average people won't do. And if you start making these shifts today, you're going to be freaking unstoppable. So here's my challenge to you. Out of these 5 things, which one are you doing right now? And more importantly, what are you going to do to fix it? What is the execution point that you're going to do to fix this? At the end of the day, guys, I want you to do this. I want you to drop a comment below which one of these 5 habits that you're crushing today. I want you to commit to being better, not just staying busy, but being better, 1% better every single day. And remember that success is built through action, not your ideas. So start executing. So again, as always, guys, if you got value from this, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Our team puts a lot of work into these videos and we get nothing for them, really. But it's something that I want to share with people. It's that value that I want to share with humanity. It's my purpose. It's my mission. And then subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then share this with a friend, someone who needs to hear it. And then we all have those people that need to share it. And that's the reason why I'm sharing it with you. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the comments. Remember, we are built by discipline and we are driven by purpose. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate that. Remember to like it. Remember to drop me a comment. I want to respond to it. I'm actually the one responding to the comments. And if you like this video, you're going to absolutely love this one right here.